I'm sorry. Hey everybody, how is everyone doing this Sunday? Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I mean, just the beginning of the video, the voice that she's using, I have no idea what this is. It reminds me of 94.7 The Wave back in the day, or Coast 103 FM. I don't know what kind of voice she's doing, but that's what we have. So apparently, this video is a view of Syria post-war 2025. I don't know if she knows this, but there's still skirmishes going on throughout the country. So I mean, technically, the war has calmed down a little bit, but I don't believe it's kind of over. But here we go. Let's get into this.
Syria here in July 2025 after the fall of the Assad regime. Now, I have been quite busy adjusting to life here. Therefore, so far, I have only managed to accumulate some clips of...
She's been adjusting to the blackouts and having no refrigerator or hot water. I believe that's what she's adjusting to, as well as no McDonald's and Burger King.
Some of the surrounding areas we have been to and my journey here. I will do a lot more vlogging, inshallah, especially of the more touristy areas. So stay tuned for that, and as always, thanks for watching. So without further ado, here are some clips from my journey.
I don't like, there's words here. I don't speak Arabic, forgive me. It says Alan wa Sahlan. I don't know what that means. Welcome. Maybe it's some type of welcoming term.
So far.
I have no idea.
So my journey starts with flying from Istanbul, Turkey to Beirut, Lebanon. I flew 9.5 hours from Montreal, Canada to start to Istanbul, and then I had a 12-hour layover there before flying to Beirut. Here I am staring at the departures board, waiting patiently, well,
she's reusing video
to see which gate.
Chantal, why are you reusing video that you did? So obviously you have not been filming all over the place like you said you were. So in order to get to a certain time stamp on the video, you're re-uploading video already again. Okay.
I needed to trek to. I was so over traveling at this point.
So over traveling.
When I arrived at Beirut Airport, I was picked up by a taxi service who helps you through immigration and takes you across the border.
I was picked up by a taxi service that helps you through immigration. Is there taxi services actually that do that? Or is this like AKA I was smuggled into the country? I think it's AKA I was smuggled into the country.
Syria from Beirut, and he gave me an iced coffee and a water, and we were on our way.
Please. You know, same footage again. She paid the dude. She paid the dude to smuggle her into the country. It's already been established. She said she didn't get her passport stamped or anything like that. So the Canadian government, no government knows that she's currently in Syria right now because she's doing some DL stuff on the down low.
I decided to go the land border way into Syria from Lebanon instead of flying into Damascus, just because it was recommended that that's just a better way to go by other travelers. So here I am in the taxi. I've never been to Lebanon, so I was actually, or Syria, but I was actually taken aback by the mountain ranges and just
it looks like Southern California.
The kind of hills, you know, the winding roads as we were driving along.
I'm sorry, that literally looks like Southern California's hills. Like when you drive out to like San Bernardino, even on the way like going to Vegas. It looks like Southern California.
It's probably about 5:30 a.m. here. I arrived in Beirut at 3 a.m., but the border only opens at 6 a.m., so we had some waiting to do before we could cross over.
Literally Southern California mountains.
Here we are, finally in Syria after what felt like a million-hour journey. I'm finally here. And just like in Lebanon, I was taken aback at how beautiful the landscape in Syria was.
Honestly, look at, maybe because I live here in Southern California, some of the landscape is beautiful, some of it isn't. It's like you see the same rolling hills over and over again, and because it really never rains here, it looks like exactly like that. Same type of foliage, eucalyptus trees, cypress trees, your random grape tree, not grape, what am I saying? Olive tree. We have olive trees all over here. But yeah, same type of thing. It's weird.
Was just so gorgeous. There were a lot of the new revolutionary flags with the 3 stars, and I just was enjoying taking in the scenery. So many mountains,
Those are
and
not really
just like in
mountains.
Lebanon,
I mean,
uh,
honestly, I really wouldn't consider those mountains. Those are like rolling hills. Yeah, no. Like if you want to see like mountains and things like that, like go to Utah, go to Colorado, go to places like that to see like actual mountainous regions. I'm sure there probably are mountainous regions in Syria, probably towards like the northern border, but this no, no, I don't,
Syria had a
not
very
to me.
similar landscape, I noticed.
Oh, look at this.
I was amazed by
Oh,
the olive
look,
trees
it's a
in
farm.
Syria. I love olives. Like, olive is literally in my middle name. So,
Oh my
when
goodness.
there are a lot of trees like this together, you can actually smell olives as you drive past.
I won't tell you what my middle name is. It's a tribal name. I'm not going to say it, but you would laugh if I told you.
Olives are one of Syria's most ancient agricultural products. Olives have to be cured or brined for several weeks, though, so it's not like I can just pick them off trees and eat them. But nonetheless, here we are driving around and
Is this a
past
shortcut through an olive orchard? That's what it looks like.
many olive trees. And the olive trees are not just in farm areas, they are too, but they're also just in like urban areas, like right outside of our
That's
apartment,
that's
pretty much.
literally somebody's farm, Chantal. That's not just like, random trees spaced apart like that. That's like an actual olive farm. That's what they look like. It's an olive farm.
Well, by the way, you might hear fan noise as I'm recording because it's pretty hot here right now. So, but driving in more populated towns like Damascus can be kind of hectic, I will admit, especially as a foreigner. I didn't drive, luckily, and nor would I want to attempt to, but as you can see, the narrow roads in between buildings
Oh,
are quite.
okay. First of all, I don't know who brought it up. So I think it was a comment. I don't know if I saw this like in the community comment post section or whatever, or in a live stream of somebody. I cannot remember because I watch a lot of stuff. Because I like to get like a well-rounded opinion, so I like to hear everybody's opinion on the subject. Somebody brought up a good point. Syria is in an earthquake zone. And the first thing I think of when I look at all these buildings is that these are not earthquake proof buildings. I don't know if Chantal's ever been in an earthquake. Those of us, that have been in an earthquake, it's very scary. And I would be petrified to live in one of these buildings in an earthquake zone.
Bustling at times. There are people walking in the middle of the road, and you must beep your horn and they will just move out of the way. There are many small businesses and shops along either side of the street. These small shops, which are like convenience stores here in Syria, are called dukans. I know I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but I am, after all, just an English speaking Canadian woman. We stopped at one of these stores to get cold water, but
Oh,
because
look at
Syria has regular.
this is where she got the chips because I see them right there. Isn't that the same chips she was munching on? I believe it is. So not only did they get water there, apparently, they got the snacks as well.
Prolonged power outages throughout the day, this shop owner and many others didn't have cold water or even any electricity at all, so no problem, at least he had water, which
No
was good
problem.
enough for us. Here we saw some livestock on the side of the road, maybe for purchase or they belong to someone, I'm not sure. And
You know what?
here,
I'm
kids.
watching this and I'm thinking to myself because she clearly didn't get a permit to film. I highly doubt that. And there's a reason why there's no Google Street View in this country is because probably the government's not allowing it. So I don't know if she can get in trouble for filming what she's filming. She might be filming stuff that the government doesn't want the public at large to know about, especially what's going on in the country as far as the living situation or even where particular buildings are. So, yet again, she's doing the same shit that she did in Kuwait, like as far as filming the oil fields and things like that. She's filming things that she should not be filming.
And just people in general, but especially kids love to drive in the back of these trucks here with like the cage on the truck bed, and they hang on to it. This was making me extremely nervous.
So you think these kids are like on a joyride in the back of the truck? I hate to break it to you, Chantal, these kids are probably going to work because in that kind of environment, in that part of the world, kids go to work at that age. So that's probably where they're going. They're not out there for a joyride, Chantal. You are a moron. You are a complete moron.
For the boy in yellow, especially. I was saying, get on the truck, get on the truck. And here we have a bunch of flags with a big building. And I was told I think it's a university. So, could be wrong about that, but that's what it was thought to be there on the right.
Man,
so
she doesn't
I don't
even
really
know.
have much else to say.
It could be a government building that she wasn't supposed to film, and she filmed it. Nice job, Chantal.
See a lot of buildings that look kind of dilapidated in between functioning buildings, but I'll just enjoy these clips here of Syria. Between the dilapidated buildings, there is a beautiful landscape, just like these
Looks like Southern
mountains
California.
here. And so yeah, that's it. Here we go. Why did the chicken and her chicklets cross the road?
To get away from the big
The
bitch.
soil here in Syria, in particular in the
Wait a minute. Is that the
mountainous
fires?
and valley regions, is red. It's also known as
There's like a big wildfires that are burning there in Syria right now. I don't know if a lot of people are aware of that. That's what that looks like in the background. The wildfires. Interesting.
Mediterranean
I mean,
soil.
all the stuff that she's filming, we can kind of like zero in on her location. I'm kind of wondering if she's not in Damascus, in that region. I'm wondering.
And these are the only camels we've seen so far here in Syria.
Wait, wait a minute. Was that a...
This is red. It's also known as
I swear I
Mediterranean
saw
soil.
a missile thing.
And these are the only camels we've seen so far here.
Man, I thought that was like one of those missile things.
Syria.
I'm going cuckoo.
We passed by this KFC knockoff called KFG. I don't know what the G stands for, but apparently they have crispy chicken and other
course.
dishes. So stay tuned for that.
She needs to feed.
Now, this next series of clips is very sad, quite sad. It's the remains of a war-torn country and from the Syrian civil war. So I've just compiled a bunch of buildings that have been bombed, and a lot of them are in rubble, and these were once people's homes. So it's really, really sad. The ones that are not so bombed are littered with bullet holes. It's just so surreal to be driving past and seeing this. And what was more surprising to learn is that there are people still living in these ruins in their homes.
That's not surprising. How is that surprising to you, Chantal? If they have no other place to go and they don't have the means to do so, where do you expect these people to live, Chantal? So it's not surprising to me, or probably many other people, that there are still people living in there. You're a dense, uneducated moron.
I would say probably because they don't have much choice, sadly. And my heart goes out to the people of Syria, and inshallah,
Please.
it can
You don't give a
soon
shit.
start to rebuild from being such a war-torn country. And of course, there are revolutionary 3-star Syrian flags everywhere. And we even, on this day, had one taped to the hood of our car.
You know what?
So,
I'm going to say this. I don't know if she's like under the false like dream of, all the sanctions being dropped and, Syria's open up for business and, they have a new president and all this kind of things like that everything's a-okay and, everything is going to be rebuilt and blah, 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 blah. That's not what's going to happen, apparently. I mean, if you pay attention to the news and what's going on there's still issues in this country. There's still fighting in this country. There's still people suffering in this country. So I don't know why she keeps promoting this new government. It kind of rubs me the wrong way. Yeah, I don't know what she thinks she's doing, but whatever. We'll see what happens.
This particular day, we went and explored some valleys. I don't really know or remember the name of this location. There's a little bit of water there. Now, that canyon, that valley used to be full of water, but there's been some droughts. So, unfortunately, that's all the water that there was. Now, here's me trying to climb back up from going all the way down. And it was quite a workout. It wasn't too hot, actually. There was a nice breeze in the valley, but oh my goodness.
Imagine if she fell and rolled back down the hill.
As you can see, I'm trying to waddle up the mountain, but I also got to get some different clothing, so maybe some lighter clothing. But yeah, here I am just taking my time in the valley.
You know what? I wonder... I have to look at a map. I'm just like trying to remember. I know the Euphrates River runs through Syria. I believe it's in northern Syria. I'm trying to remember the city. Raqqa? I think it's Raqqa. I don't know how to pronounce. I might be pronouncing that wrong. Yeah, I know the Euphrates has like dried up in certain parts because of the droughts that have been going on in that region. Oh man. I mean, you're giving away your location, Chantal. I don't think she's in Damascus at all. I think she's like in northern Syria.
It was a very nice day. Excuse me. Just taking a break here because it's a lot of exercise for somebody who's used to a sedentary lifestyle. But
especially if that's the Euphrates.
Going out and doing walks like this and just enjoying Syria's various landscapes. And I'm going to end this vlog by showing you what we picked up for lunch to eat in the valley area. Some chickens that were really, really delicious, and we made shawarma with them. So, thanks for watching.
Okay, I don't even know what this was. The voice was cringe. I mean, at least she didn't add any of that horrible music that she tends to add to videos. But I mean, I'm not surprised. She would end the video with stuffing herself and not even caring about the famine that's just on the horizon because people are starving in the country. Anyways, that's it for me. I don't know what else crap she's going to post this week. I'm sure it will probably be more propaganda stuff. But we will just have to wait and see. But I mean, this is actually a better... this is more exciting than actually the Kuwait arc. Let's just say. At least she's kind of getting out and about. Probably filming illegally yet again. But it's a lot better than Kuwait. I mean, I think everybody was kind of going stir crazy just watching that same apartment over and over and over again. So this is a little bit different. I actually hope that she does get out and film things. But I don't think she will because I think she's going to get in trouble. And let's just see if she leaves before the 15 days because she has to check in with Syria, I believe, the government at least, and let them know that she's there within 15 days. And if she goes over the 15 days, she's going to be in a hell of a lot of trouble. Anyways, that's it for me, guys. I'll see you when I see you. Bye.